I'll show you all what I'm looking at first, like we always do, and let me know where y'all are at, man. I think you guys know Reaster from the group. I know Mark does. Mark's been around. He was one of the first people that was in the group, and he got on the phone with me. Super awesome trader, and we were just talking about risk and like how can it really be much risk on? You know, like if we are just looking for a situation where we can just buy dips. And on market sentiment, I think buying dips on risk, like risk off, is going to be the game plan, because like we got potential. He lives in the UK, Raul, and like so he's talking about how you guys probably go in another lockdown.
Yeah.
Seem like that's going to happen?
Yeah, like mid-October maybe. They're thinking.
I hope not, dude. It's ridiculous. But
I hope not.
I bet. So yeah, we got that going on. Then we have Big Daddy DJT here in the US with coronavirus, maybe whatever is going on, but like we got him locked away, right? Plus the election. So how could there even be like much risk appetite, really? I mean, the only thing is it's going to be like vaccine comes out, and that would pump the market. But other than that, there's so much uncertainty. I really think that it's like the thing that's going to push the dollar into overdrive. And so for that, I'm going to share my screen here, and so you guys can see my chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got so this is actually GJ, and I think GJ looks like we got any GJ traders in the house? Anybody? No. So, but yeah, like if we're talking about like zones and like how we've been trading, if we go back, we got this. This is a breakdown from, man, there's some sort of flash crash here. I'm assuming Brexit, but you can see we have this huge wick, was support, resistance. So you can see this going along here, and now where we're at, coming across, looks a lot like potential inverted head and shoulders pattern. But you know, Blake talks about these a lot too, that a lot of times.
Hey, what's up, traders? So we're running a contest every single month. We pick one winner who comments, likes, and to subscribe to my channel and comments on every video this month. We randomly pick a drawing, and hopefully it's you. Just be sure you like, comment, and are subscribed to this channel, and you'll get free access to our full training academy and everything it is have to offer. Good luck, peace, and enjoy the next video.
I guess it was this weekend,
what I'm gonna
and
do
I talked exactly about this happening, and here we are,
around this
right?
wick.
So huge move to the downside,
here,
and
this wick here.
But I personally don't think this move is done.
Move lower. So
for gold, you know, so
what I'm trying to
this
do
monthly chart, we're just now starting
really
to get a
like
pullback here.
Same strategy for challenge.
We go take a look at the weekly.
Find that awesome entry
and
early.
We have some
get that good
significant
position, and then hold it.
Levels here we're coming up
so
to.
If I can nail that maybe on TJ.
Go across here. This is where I would be looking and am looking to buy.
This is another one.
1750, maybe potentially
US
even lower.
max.
I mean, there's no way we get to these
Rico.
this breakout point, because we're already at these all-time highs.
So that same this area right here,
breakout, right?
Remember we were talking about that like 2 weeks ago.
Really like
we're almost
this area
back,
right here, right? So we have you can see.
I'm gonna just move.
Are we gonna get to
makes it a little confusing.
1550 from being at 2000?
We have our
talk about a ridiculous range, but
huge move.
We have the election coming up here in almost a little over a month, 40-something days.
Retest.
And this
so this
election
awesome
out of I'm lucky to trade in a few of them now.
Of course,
I think this one is going to bring
so
more volatility in the market than probably never.
Then we're back inside this triangle.
You know,
and that's a huge opportunity.
Depending on what happens with the mail-in ballots, hopefully,
either way
I think that
technically,
you know,
since we've
if
already
you
broken
want to
out,
vote bad enough, you can walk in
I'm
there
voting
and do it. Same thing, like if you can go to the grocery store, you can go to.
Go ahead, take a look and see if Angela's waiting to get
That
in.
being said, so say they can't announce a, you know, winner for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month down the road, man, it's gonna get turned into a potential madhouse in the market. So you would think that's gonna be the catalyst for gold
I don't
moving higher, but yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, they make
because
it.
think about this: if we get
Zoom, so you
a
have
big
to have
move
a waiting
lower
list, 'cause, like,
in
I guess people were
in
hacking
stocks,
into
in
Zoom.
indices, and we get some significant dollar strength coming in here,
so
then
so here we
that
are.
would be
Breakdown
the
here.
catalyst
So this is
to
another
potentially
situation,
have
which would be
another
an awesome
massive
opportunity.
sell-off.
So like, there's all these
Like we
different
saw.
situations with dollar pairs, plus with what I said about risk potential setting up.
Right when
Here
everything
is,
happened.
of
This is
course,
when COVID went down.
our dollar CAD setup.
You know, this big move here.
Right. So
Man, this 38.2% retracement though looks
breakdown.
awfully,
Here's this
awfully
this,
nice. Let's take a look at
level
where
and
that
zone
goes.
here. I was just sitting here talking with James about this.
Back in time here.
This
And that would have us right at 1700.
3270
Could be
looks like a pretty awesome,
very, very big potential move
setup
here.
for, you know,
So these
for
are
a
the levels
limit
I'm looking at,
for
right?
a buy zone. And just
are they
snagging
going
a
to
good
hit?
entry somewhere around here?
I don't know. We'll see. But this 50% retracement is the fib level I'm looking at. This
38.2, what I was
you
trading
can see
last time.
these fibs
Well, actually, you know what?
are
I do
valid
want to mention
because look at where
too.
we're at.
Daniel and
the
I were trading US dollar SEC on
Let's take
Friday.
a look.
That was
Just
a
curious
trade,
here.
huh?
Yeah, that one was actually a lot of fun. So I'm glad we
Yeah. Right. And so like dollar SEC is going to be like dollar MEX in terms of it's an exotic currency.
Sorry. You know, when you're doing your research on the market, remember,
really
this is what I teach my students, especially the traders that are in my Accelerator Funding Program.
If we're running into
this is all about putting together
like
the puzzle pieces so we know
when
to trade.
Yeah, if this thing broke, if you get a good entry down here and this thing breaks higher,
looking at this monthly count
even if you just held to
and this massive reversal here,
that's going to be.
I'm not saying.
I mean, that
now
would,
let's
make
just
your
zoom in
even
now.
with like 1 or 2 lots probably.
This is what I would be looking for
on daily time frame.
Potential buy zone.
We got a lot. This could be an inverted head and shoulder too.
So we want to sell the rallies, right? We want to sell the rallies here.
Yeah, so this is a huge opportunity. So you can see all these dips that happened late in the week against the dollar.
To me, would be a very, very prime optimal
setting up. So it's kind of like I say, we want to put the pieces together
before we move
lower. Look for the clues, what's happening in the market, and
potentially
see where it's pointing us and where it's telling us that hey, these are the.
I put a fib chart on it too, and it's at about the 61.8 right now.
Oh, nice. Let's see from where? From here to here?
That 1700 area.
No, actually from the bottom up.
38.2. Let's see, it'd be right there.
That last low, huh?
So that is
perfect, dude.
That's our outlook.
Mark
if the dollar gets strong. Now let's take a look at.
It's amazing how many times that comes right into play.
I know, man, and so this is the trade that Daniel and I took Friday.
This area of resistance, and that is going to be
right here,
very bullish for gold. It's super weak. Then we're going to see some serious weakness coming into the dollar.
And then NZDUSD, man, I think
we got similar plan here.
This double top breakdown. So
here we are.
There's 2 ways we can look at it, right? And this is what I was just talking about.
And wow, look how we're sitting on.
If this was the bottom of the neckline,
a lot of times this 38.2 is a continuation Fibonacci.
I'm still thinking that this is the more significant.
And when we see
zone because of
a bounce from here, a lot of times it's a continuation of the trend.
Here. You can see how we're touching on both sides.
But however, if we were to see that same kind of price action,
entering in the sell limit at 66.50.
And I'm really hoping for
Could
this
be a really good play. And then, of
possibility
course, you could
because
go even
just
tighter
in order
here.
to get that best
And
entry.
we also have, even inside of here on the 30-minute,
This is the
kind of
breakout
area right
point.
there. But regardless, if
Now,
we
if
zoom
we-
out and have a look
I don't
at
think
this,
it's gonna
we have this
happen.
double
But if we got to
top
move back
false
down
breakout, and
to retest
failing,
here, that would be something
hopefully,
else.
you know,
And this would
hopefully we
be
fail
a
at
buying
this.
opportunity
This
of
is where we're
lifetime.
at right
I
there.
think
It's
so,
hard to see with
in
all
my
the stuff
opinion,
going on,
because
but you can see on this weekly.
I think we're going
there's
to
a
much,
double
much
top,
higher
here's
levels
the rejection,
and to
and then
retest these
retest
same
of the
highs.
underside of that trend
that-
line, which
So just like gold,
if the
broke
dollar
all-time
strengthens
highs.
and
I think
you want to
silver
stick more
just
towards
needs to
a
catch up
major
with that.
pair, this is going to be an awesome
So,
opportunity as well.
Maybe after a bounce here,
And so
back to
Euro USD,
25.50,
like
then we get
not
that
too much has really
downside.
changed from last week's analysis of everything we're talking about. Like this is the exact arrows I had from our call last Sunday, and I would have thought more would have happened here, but
the
we broke
breakout
down,
point is
and then we
1930
hit the
right here.
the underside of this.
And
looks
this
like
is
structure
that's
here.
what we're looking for. But man, we
So,
we
the
got
question is
pretty close there.
does this respect
And so yeah, some big moves coming in these markets.
does the
Stay
complete
tuned for
opposite of
sure.
everything I
Now that we've
said
broken out of these
happen,
consolidations, I'll be
and,
back
we
on
get a lot
doing
of
the
risk
gold
off
and silver
with- or risk
analysis.
on.
So
Which the
for
thing that
sure,
would make that happen would be like
turn your notifications on.
if they pass the
Comment,
stimulus
like,
package,
subscribe on this
3
video.
trillion
And
and
if
2
you want to be a
trillion,
part of our amazing
and
community of
that means
traders,
2
get
trillion
funded,
more dollars,
learn how to
that just
trade,
get flooded
be a
into
part
the-
of a community
pumped
that
stock
is
market.
about just freedom and making money.
and
Click
also
link below to
create
get
more
started.
inflation
Thanks
and
for watching this
devalue the
video,
dollar.
everybody. I'll see
That
you in
would
the
be the
VIP
thing.
chat.
But
Peace.
I don't see them striking a deal before the election, probably. So
Now, didn't Pelosi say something about maybe after the election or even after the first of the year?
yeah.
I don't think they want anything. Democrats want anything to look positive under Trump's term.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, I mean they're gonna wait, because then if they reach some sort of agreement, exactly. I mean anything at this point, they have some momentum after that debate, so they're gonna try to just keep hammering it home. I would guess. Let's see. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, if you're on the same page or you're not. Either way, let me know your thoughts. You know, who'd like to share next? Anybody up? Rico. I saw Rico unmuting over there. What? In the batter's cage. Hey, I'm gonna grab my a charger for this real quick, but yeah, go ahead, dude. I just turned your screen share on.
Okay. Hey guys, so what's it called? So this week I didn't really trade like analyzing the market at all. So I'm like kind of like out of the loop of what's really going on with the news, the charts. So I just basically went off technical analysis and I just looked at the candles. So I wanted to get y'all's input on what do y'all think is really going to happen, because I noticed I looked at EU, dollar, and US MEX. So let's look off first. Let me share my screen now. Let's see. Can y'all see my screen?
Mhm.
Okay. So this is what I'm noticing. I'm noticing a bearish Harami pattern. So if y'all are familiar with those, that means it's going to keep dropping down. And this is on the weekly. So I noticed that for the dollar peso, and then for EU as well, I think it was on the weekly as well, but the opposite. This one will be a bullish Harami pattern. So if you go more into it, if you look, let's say, I think it was EU, I believe. Yeah. Let's go back into EU. See, EU right now it's consolidating, but the demand is down here. So if you look, I do support and resistance, but I've also started incorporating supply and demand, which is essentially kind of the same thing. but this is, in a way, this is where the demand zone is at. So it could hit here, come back down lower, and then shoot back up, confirming my bullish Harami pattern theory. That's going to happen. So I could see this going up, for another, let's say, all the way up to here, and then dropping back down, and then retesting again. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. If I look down at the 4-hour chart, I was getting all messy. It's consolidating this area, it's testing this area, and it's already doing a bullish movement upward. So that could confirm as well that it's going to keep going up. So, and then when you look at the dollar peso, let me see. Same thing, you go into the daily. Same thing, it's still going straight down. So I'm thinking this one's going to go straight back down to a low. So that same area that Clay was talking about, it could hit that area, but it could go still lower before bouncing up. But that 2158 seems like a good idea, but it still goes back to what I'm looking at for the bearish Harami pattern. That's going to keep going down. I don't know how long. I've never really tested the bearish Harami pattern on a weekly, so I don't know how much actual strength and how much it really plays into the whole overall trading week, even though it's a weekly pattern confirmation that I'm seeing. So I kind of want to get y'all's input on what you think that's actually going to affect, or if it's not even going to do anything just because of the news, what's going on. Should I just ignore it, or just what do y'all think?
I think that's an interesting observation, dude, for sure. That would be the other scenario. We'll know. We will know by tomorrow.
Yeah, because I was I agree with what you're saying on your analysis, Clay. But when I look at this one, it's it's confirming that it's the opposite how you were saying.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great thing about trading.
Yeah. So I was just wondering if, bro, how you're over there, what do you think? How's that really going to play out? So I was like, they were talking about there's going to be a lockdown, on my, just looking at it technically wise, it's saying the euro is going to go up. But, if you're going to go lockdown, I'm probably sure that's going to make you go bearish.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a lockdown, it will be in the next maybe 10 days to 10 to 15 days, because that's when school half-term holidays are. So they'll plan to implement the restrictions mid-October. So keep a lookout for pound pairs and stuff around that time. Okay. And hopefully I'm not putting another lockdown.
I got you. But no, that's what I'm looking at. Just wanted to get y'all's ideas on what y'all thought just going off of that. If anybody else wants to go?
So are you mainly looking at euro and peso for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stick just to really just euro and euro dollar. I'm not trying to trade more pairs. If the dollar peso comes out good, then I will jump on it as well. I have already a buy limit on silver, but that's way down at 19, like I told you before. I might not jump on it anytime soon if it goes lower to 21 or 22. Just depends. Those are only 3 pairs that I'm really looking at. If from y'all's analysis I see something that's really good, then I'll jump on. But those are only ones I'm looking at.
I like it. Daniel, I saw you're about to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I was getting my other computer ready with my bigger screen so I could share with you guys. Let me unmute that. So let's see here. All right. So one pair that I've really grown fond of is EG. So when I'm looking at the weekly chart here, you guys will notice that it broke out of this little pattern it was in, and it looks like it may be retesting on top of a pretty well established support zone. So I'm looking for, and once again, Brexit's going to play a role in this in the lockdown as well, but I think that we might get a little bit of play out of this depending on how it wicks out here. And then I've got my eyes on UJ as well. I had a feeling that it was going to come back down into this demand zone here. And let me make this a little bit bigger. So on the 4 hour, you'll notice that we have a, what do you call that? Morning star or rising star pattern. You got some really long wicks here off that demand zone. And I think that it's going to have a pullback here, and we're probably going to get some gain out of it if we have some dollar strength, especially for risk off. So that's something that I'm watching, because I mean, we all know that this is long overdue to get some power in it and get a lift back up. So that one, and then GU as well.
Definitely be careful with GU too, because I mean, just Brexit, because the Brexit negotiations. That's the one thing about GJ is like, you could be in a great trade, and then one Brexit headline comes out and boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing about it as well. So, you know, I actually haven't gone through all the pairs that I watch yet. So these are the ones that I've gotten to that I wanted to share with you guys right now. What I was noticing, and you know, of course, these are heavily dependent on the fundamentals as well. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, and I've been watching Taco as well, waiting for it to pull down to that zone for a long. So I'm excited. What do you guys got?
Raul?
Yeah, I'll share my charts. Can you see?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna be waiting for some dollar strength this week, because it just touched this trend line, the third touch, it kind of confirmed it. And also, this is such a nice pullback to this previous resistance level, which has just turned into nice support as well. So I think dollar's going to take off. Maybe after one more push down, but maybe like a false breakout under this trend line and support. But we just have to wait and see. UCAD is looking pretty good with this X marks a spot, but again, the same thing. Like, I have to see how it reacts to this area, because I can also see it pushing down to this area here, this support, which we were previously trading.
Right, that 30, that 32.30 is
yeah, man.
That's a money zone right there, dude.
Yeah, so I'd like to be waiting for that. I had a limit there, but price didn't reach it last week, so which is unfortunate. But yeah, and then after that one push down, I think it's going to be it's going to fly. I think UCAD's really going to fly. Dollar's going to fly. Everything will synchronize in the markets, and it all should go up in one way. And the same with AU. So
yeah, I was just looking at AU over here too.
Yeah. This 50% retrace, I had a limit there, and I got rid of it.
Oh, did you, man?
Yeah. Unfortunately, so that I'm kicking myself for, because it was such a nice setup, perfect as well. But hey, you know, maybe we might be seeing, you know, just this retest on 38.2 and then a push down, or maybe even a push up to the 50, creating a double top, and then one more huge move down. But again, that's just something we'll have to wait and see. EJ is looking awesome, to be fair, because this is a nice double top here and then a retest of the neckline. So maybe, you know, I mean, it's likely that, you know, this could push down with some euro weakness. Same with Euro USD. I tried to catch Euro USD, but it was so difficult to trade last week. I don't know if you guys were trading it, but it was a pain for me anyway.
Nice call on the double top on EJ, man. I like that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I bagged a little bit on that, and I'm just gonna wait for a re-entry on it. Maybe even like, you know, Monday, Tuesday. Sell's looking really good right now. EU. I mean, I kind of missed the this little drop here, but it wasn't too many pips, so it's not too bad. Maybe another retest of this trend line, and then one more push down with some dollar strength as well. That'd be cool. And GU, thankfully, I stayed out of GU last week because it looked like an absolute war zone, especially on the 1 hour. Like, that's crazy. So I didn't enter last week. This week, like the coming week, I'm not sure with GU because it looks pretty rangy here. So I just have to see how it reacts to these major zones and then make a final decision on it. But that's literally my my analysis for the week.
I like it, man. I'm going to be looking at, you guys know how much I love double top, so I'm going to be looking at that EJ trade myself for sure. Yeah, great call, dude. Great call. And yeah, I mean, with what you said about the dollar, like what that Rico's assessment is like I said, it could go either way. But we will know for sure, I would say by Monday. Turn around Tuesday for sure. Yeah. Awesome. Anybody else have their charts ready to rock and roll they'd like to share? Anybody have anything that we haven't looked at? Rui, you starting your challenge this week, man?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my withdrawal from my main account in order to purchase the challenge, but probably Monday I'm already setting up. So yeah, it's a matter of time to get it started.
Nice. What are you looking at?
Well, I'm mostly looking at AU and NZDUSD as well. I can share my charts, but it's probably most of the same thing. Give me a minute. So, can you guys see?
Yeah.
So basically, after this rising wedge on NU and AUDUSD, I'm expecting some elite wave correction. I'm waiting on this C. Basically, it hit this mark on B. So my guess is that it will follow the descending trend line to this 68 zone on AU and a 64 zone at least on NZD. I'm also waiting on USD Swiss. It's testing this this zone mostly, and I'm expecting this pair to move to this major trend, this trend up here, probably getting up on 93 level, and maybe hit it for like the 4th, 5th time, and maybe even break it. And I also like this Euro AUD pair because it's creating this bullish channel, in my opinion, because probably is breaking above, is already showing some big divergence on the 1 hour candlestick. So I'm mostly waiting because it's testing this. It tested this zone pretty well. I even won a trade on this one for the challenge, but yeah, mostly I'm waiting on the long run for our chart to get back at this level at some point, like 165. And I'm also looking at a Euro USD, but not as Rico called it. I'm more bearish than bullish, but I don't know. He gave some good points, so I guess I'll just wait out and see how it plays, because when there's a different opinion on the pair, it's probably because the pair has more ways to look at it and probably won't play the exact same way that you probably think of. So I guess I'll just wait on this. I'm liking the divergence on the 1 hour, but this Fibonacci level is not making me. Let me see which one. I'm not liking this 23.6 level on the daily chart. I don't know if it's a good level, but it's certainly showing some stress. So I guess I'll just wait out and see on this pair. But mostly I'm waiting. I'm always on the UCAD, but like you guys said, we're waiting on a retest on this zone. So yeah, I'm mostly doing the same pairs as you guys. So I don't know if you guys think on at least the NZD AUD USD pairs with this Allen correction. I'd like to have some feedback as well. Okay, Clay's in here. I don't know, but mostly this is what I'm looking at. So I bet you guys are on the same page. But if you guys have something different to show it, I'll be glad because I'm not looking much.
Anybody see Eurocad? Anybody look at Eurocad? I was just checking it out.
No.
It still has the that same formation, like that massive cup and handle, still there, right? So I was just looking at it. I mean, we still have this huge cup handle consolidation, and so we could either be looking for entry down here, which you can see that's a nice zone right there, or even if we zoom in right here, where we're at now, depending on where the market opens, this could be a pretty good possibility as well. Because we were talking about I just asked because we were talking about Eurocad for like 2 weeks there. A lot of times, you know, you'd be watching something and then forget about it, looking at other stuff, and then that big move happens, which we could be setting up for right here as well. Just my thoughts. Anybody else want to share their setups for the week? Anything that we haven't covered? Let's see something in the chat. It's all good, Raul. Steven, you had time to look at anything over the weekend yet, or no?
I'm actually just doing my relative strength now. I was trying to help a friend this morning on a Zoom session, trying to get him started on this. So I haven't really charted yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, post that, share that in the chat or the Facebook group if you.
All right.
And yeah, Mark, what are you looking at for the week, man? You had a chance to go over?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I mean, mine are relatively the same as been covered. I just put in, I was on UCAD and I had gotten out just because of where did I just put it? Or ECAD. Let me share.
Oh, so the Eurocad setup?
Yeah. You guys see my chart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the line I drew, and again,
Ah.
of the cup and handle, we're hitting that trend line again right over here. And I just drew this fib from this low, and it kind of all week just hung on that above that 78.6. So now I'm kind of looking for a breakdown to either this trend line now, which could go from here, or get to the main head here about 155.7-ish. So I actually wanted to put a alert there for myself. So that one I'll just wait to see how everything opens up. It'd be interesting to see how everything opens up with the dollar, considering Trump with the coronavirus over the weekend.
Yeah, he's the master of controlling the narrative.
Yeah, and then on USDCAD, like I said, I made some pips in here yesterday or on Friday. So I have an alert, set it right here again if it goes down and gets close to the 618, where all these wicks are, to put in another trade long.
Yeah,
and then the other one I'm just kind of watching too with USD or UJ. You know, I had this trend line here, which it kind of toyed with, and then took this big bounce down. So now I think it's retracing, and I think this is heading down here somewhere to 104.8, if not more. So depending on how it opens up, I may be taking a UJ short right away.
Yeah.
And then I'm same on the AU and NU trades of heading down.
Yeah,
I got a couple positions on those that I'm just upside down on pips right now. A few just because of close on Friday, but
yeah. It went both ways Friday for sure.
yeah. And I think actually my EU, now that I'm looking at some other charts, I mean, we could have a head and shoulders here if this goes and gets another the right shoulder. It hits this trend line as well. So it could do something, head up.
And another one to watch too is dollar NOK, dollar Norwegian krona, along with the SEK. If dollar SEK strengthens, which basically with our whole analysis so far, I mean, if the dollar does strengthen, it's like basically pick one, because they're all at pretty good entry places. But there's a lot of upside, and Blake trades dollar NOK a lot. I know Stelios does too. And it has a lot to do with oil, because of Norway's oil production. So if we see oil prices continue to drop and dollar CAD weakens, dollar NOK will be one that could be a huge opportunity to catch a lot of pips on as well. And yeah, it's sitting right on a 61.8 as well. I mean, huge zone. It looks good. So, well, all right, guys. Yeah, I mean, good call for sure. Anything anybody would like to add before we shut it down? And I think it's going to be a good week, man. Yeah, like just remember getting that entry early in the week too, especially is going to be key, especially for the ones that are on challenges or need to recover some pips, because then you can hold those and leverage that space that you have. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for sure. And I'll keep you all posted in the chat group what I'm trading. So yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good week.
How many challenges are we starting this week? Mine, Daniel, right?
What did you say?
How many challenges? I mean, I'm starting this week. Daniel, I think Daniel is starting as well.
Are you, Daniel?
Yeah, why not? I mean, what have I got to lose, you know?
Absolutely. You got this, man. I mean, all of y'all are ready for sure. When I'm not going to say do it or not do it, but you got the team behind you, and yeah, we've messaged privately about it, man. I think
yeah, there's a lot of support here, a lot of knowledge. We're going to be going through this alongside each other, so no better time than now. I mean, why not pull the trigger and just get after it? And if I fail on my face, I'll learn from it and I'll just get money together again. Won't be a big deal, and I'll do whatever I have to do to make it happen. That's what it takes. So
yeah, well, I mean, the payoff's coming, dude, and the loss for if you do not pass the challenge the first time, it's still going to be less than a trading loss, more than likely.
Oh yeah, I can promise you that.
yeah, for sure. Well, sweet guys. All right, let's crush it this week, man. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the start. Tuesday we'll have our group call, and yeah, man, let's have an awesome day of trading.
Yeah, boys, have a great week.
All right.
Good, guys. Good luck.
Take care.
All guys, thank you.
Peace.